What happened in the market through the second quarter? I'll break down all the data next on Tom's Take. You're definitely going to want to watch this one. We're through the second quarter. We just got the June sales data for the greater Philadelphia area. Again, we're looking at Philly, Chester, Delaware, Montgomery counties. Let me give you the stats, and then I'll tell you what it means, because we're starting to see a shift in the trends we've been talking about for the past 16 months. So the number of sales year over year, so from June of last year to the same time through June of this year in 2021, are up 37.5% to 56.9%. Remember, some of this data is going to be tainted by the real estate shutdown that happened in March, April, May. May 19th was that magic date, so keep that in mind here. Median sale prices are up 10.6% to 14.8%, so record appreciation. Days on market is ranging from 21 to 39 days year to date, and it's dropped for the month of June. In June, we saw a range of 13 to 28 days on market. That's the time from hitting the market and being active on the MLS to signing an agreement of sale, so when the agreement is fully executed. Percentage of the asking price received, that's ranging from 97.4% to 101.9%. So we're seeing that homes are basically selling for their asking price. New listings are up 15.7% to 29.9% year to date. And that's an important number to realize here, because everyone talks about the inventory shortage and supply has remained low. However, new listings are up and sales are up massively. And more importantly, new listings again outpaced pending sales in the month of June. And that's an important number to look at as well. Inventory levels are ranging anywhere from about a 0.79 to 0.85 month supply. So about 0.8 of a month, 4/5 of a month, to a 1.96 month supply. That's only in Philadelphia. The collar counties, they're in that 0.79 to 0.85 range. And the mortgage rates on a 30-year fixed, they dip below 3% again. So there's a lot of data here, a lot of stuff we talked about. What we're seeing is, and a couple key points, and I'll tell you what this means for buyers and what it means for sellers. The big thing I see here is this the second time in a row, the second month in a row, that we're seeing pending sales not outpacing active listings. So active listings are ahead of pending sales. This is important to note, because a lot of people and a lot of consumers, they tend to find out about the shifts in the market way after they happen. We are on the front end of a shift from this waiving contingencies, bidding well above the asking price market. That's still going to happen. Let me be very clear. It's still going to happen with the best properties, especially in some of those sought-after neighborhoods, those areas people want to be in. What we're seeing is that people are traveling again. Travel data is up. 9 out of 10 Americans are comfortable traveling again. And the 4th of July travel, as we talked about in a couple past episodes, was pretty much on pace with 2019 numbers. So we're seeing that the market is starting to go away from this. The inventory's out. Pending sales are just outpacing active listings month over month. That's a change here, and we've seen it a couple months in a row now. So what does this mean for buyers, and what does this mean for sellers? If you're a seller, what I'm clear on is this. If you're thinking about making a move, we are starting to see a return to a seasonal flow of buyers and sellers, a seasonal flow of transactions. So if you're considering a move, you might want to think about that last time you missed an opportunity to cash out high. You might want to think about that you may have to deal with an inspection. You might not have multiple offers to choose from. The inventory in your particular neighborhood or in your segment of the market, whether you're in the premium segment, the move-up, trade-up, or the first-time home buyer segment, it might change in the next few months as things start to slow down in the summer and we become more attuned to the seasonal flow of real estate sales that we see in the Northeast. So all the more reason to get professional advice. So if you're considering a sale even next year, you might want to think about moving that time frame up, especially with rates coming back down. That's a big deal because rates are projected to be higher by the end of the year. And the Fed has a lot of inflation concerns right now. And their only way to do that is to ratchet rates up and then start purchasing treasury bills. So that's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the second half of the year. If you're a buyer and you've been fatigued with the process, there is an opportunity now. Over the next 6-8 weeks, and we're probably even into that range already, people are traveling again. They're going on vacation. Kids are going back to school in a month to a month and a half, which sounds pretty wild. So with all that in mind, I would not relent on your home search. Do not get fatigued. Don't give up. You've got to find ways to win offers. You've got to realize that rates have dropped down and they may never go below 3% again. That's a fact. These are the lowest rates we've seen since they started recording mortgage rates when they hit the mid-twos last year. This is a reprieve for buyers to get a little bit of a lower monthly payment. You can afford a little bit more. And I would be targeting homes. When you look at the days on market range, it's 13 to 28 in the month of June, 21 to 39 year to date. I would be targeting homes that have been on the market more than 7 days, more than 10 days. You see those properties, there might be an opportunity to make an offer there. There might be an opportunity to get inspections and do some of the more traditional things that you've done in the past. So I'd look at this data and see that we're seeing tremendous appreciation, record-setting sales. We're going to start to see those numbers change a little bit because remember, the month of June was the first full month we were able to sell real estate since February of last year. So all these month-over-month, year-over-year numbers, they're a little skewed, and it's important to note that. Obviously, there's a ton of data here. So if you got any questions, you need some advice, get in touch with an agent. We're here to help, and we'll be back next week. You're definitely going to want to watch this one.